I'm going to show you right now how I generate 11.5 pH, which I use to clean fruits and vegetables. I have a bag of apples here, and at the same time, the machine generates the 2.5 strong acidic water. I'm going to turn the water on, and I'm going to give it a good maybe 7 seconds, and you see that it stopped flashing, so it's actually ready. But I need to lower the flow significantly, not too much. If I lower it too much, the machine will let me know. The water coming out of this spout is actually 11.5, and the water coming out from this spout, which you may not have the same setup as me, but it's the lower hose, this is 2.5 pH. So again, 11.5 pH and 2.5 pH. Now, the only way you actually are getting 2.5 pH is if you have the enhancer fluid in here, right? So you do have to make sure that the salted water, which we call the electrolysis enhancer, is in this tank here. And you'll notice that the machine is beeping and it tells you that it's making strong water. So what is actually happening is the machine is generating water at the highest level of electrolysis. So it's 230 watts of electricity being implemented in order to make this kind of water. What you'll also notice, which you cannot notice from the video, is that this water here, 2.5, has a very strong smell. It smells honestly like chlorine, but it isn't chlorine. However, it is similar because we're using electricity and salt to change the property of the water. So this water right here is going to go into my spray bottle. This is going to be the cleaner that I'm going to use for the next few days anywhere that I want to disinfect. And this water here is going to be specifically for cleaning these apples. I actually have 2 bags that I bought and I need to clean them. Okay, so once I am all done generating the water and I shut it off, now I'm going to let this water kind of just drain out. This water is going to go into the spray bottle, and I'm going to put my apples here into here. But when you want to generate drinking water, which you will want to do, that's what we mostly use the machine for, you're going to notice that there is a cleaning notification. Please run the water. Make sure you do turn on the water. It's not going to stop saying this until you run it for 30 seconds. So you want to run it at full blast, because what it does is it flushes out the strong water and any potential leftover salted water, electrolysis enhancer fluid during this cycle. And it also is running the reverse polarity, so it's actually, making sure your machine is ready to generate drinking water once this cycle is done. And you'll see, it'll say cleaning, and now it's flashing 9.5 and solid. So now it's ready. So if you were to drink now, you're good to go. Alright, so I'm generating a little bit more water here because I want to show you the emulsifying power of 11.5 pH water. And I also want to just make note here that when you're all done generating 2.5 and 11.5 pH, you want to put the machine back to the setting of the drinking water. But now you see it says cleaning notification, please run the water. So what you want to do is you want to turn the water full blast and let it run for 30 seconds until it indicates that it's finished, okay? Now, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sesame seed oil, which is just a dark oil, so it helps us to see what's happening. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here, okay? And this is the 11.5 water that we just made, strong Kangen, and I want to show you the emulsifying properties of this water. And I'm going to put oil in this cup as well because I want to show you the difference between washing your produce with tap water versus washing your produce with 11.5 pH water. Okay, so most people, when they wash their produce, they simply use their tap water. So that's what I'll do right now, is put some tap water here. And this is what's expected, right? We've been told since elementary school that oil and water do not mix. But let's see if it's true for 11.5 pH water. Lo and behold, it emulsifies completely. This is your tap water. This is 11.5. And that's why we know that this has the ability to break apart the oil-based pesticides that's sprayed on the produce. It's got the power to break apart any waxy buildup on these apples, right? When you touch it, you actually feel it's greasy, but what that is, it's actually your own natural oils that your skin makes, right? It emulsifies. It just literally feels greasy, but it's just water. And you can also use it, you can put 11.5 pH in a spray bottle like this and use it as a kitchen degreaser instead of using products that have, chemicals that are harmful for your health and harmful for your family. You can use 11.5 pH to degrease, and you can use the 2.5 pH, which I generated from this hose right here. You can use 2.5 to disinfect and 11.5 to clean. Now, when I'm soaking apples, I typically leave it for 10 minutes, but if I'm soaking berries, then I only do it for like 2-3 minutes. Same thing with lettuce, same thing with any produce that's a little more vulnerable. And then some have like a thick peel, like apples and peach and pears, so I soak for a little longer. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if you soak your fruits and vegetables with tap water, I know some people add baking soda, and that's one way that they are cleaning their produce. Keep in mind though, the baking soda, even though it is a cleaning agent and it's not going to harm you, there are chemicals in your tap water, and those chemicals very quickly they are able to get into your fruits and vegetables very, very quickly. Whereas 11.5 pH, especially if you do it through this Kangen machine with the pre-filters, has 0 chemicals. It doesn't have any pharmaceuticals. It doesn't have any microplastics. It doesn't have any arsenic or metal or lead or anything. It's just pure clean water that's been ionized. But what it does have is it has molecular hydrogen, which is a dual antioxidant, and it is the smallest molecule that we know of as of today. And it actually does get infused into your fruits and vegetables, making the fruit and vegetable even more nutritious, because molecular hydrogen is going to combat the oxidative stress, which is caused by free radicals. Free radicals are molecules or atoms that lost an electron. And the most harmful free radical, as we know, is the oxygen free radical. What happens when you drink Kangen water or drink electrolyzed reduced water or soak your produce? Well, you are flooding your system with molecular hydrogen, free electrons that stabilize the oxygen free radical, the oxygen molecule that lost an electron. It's seeking to stabilize, so it causes a lot of damage to our cells. So I know this is a little sciencey, and I'm certainly not a scientist, but there's tons of great information that you can learn about on the interwebs. And so this is a great way to combat oxidative stress, a great way to clean your produce from pesticides, and even put more nutritional value into your produce. Thanks for watching. And yes, you can follow me for more. And if you want to get in touch with me, it's bodyalkaline@gmail.com.